Hey guys, this is Patrick McNeil with McNeil Real Estate, brokered by J. Par the Sears Group, and I am here with the man with the master plan.
The D, the A, the X. Yeah, so I'm Dax Riley with Texas Lending Pro and rely on the Riley's Group. So, Patrick, we were talking about this earlier. You were showing a client house, and it was in a flood, and the clients got kind of spooked about that flood zone, right?
Yeah, it's in a flood zone. One thing you got to remember is since Harvey, flood zones have changed. You know, FEMA came in and said we need to reevaluate everything. A lot of the maps have changed, so got to be aware of that.
Yeah, and they just didn't all of a sudden put not in a flood zone. When they changed it,
Yeah.
it's more places are in a flood zone. So it's something you got to be worried about, right? You know about elevation certificates. So you want to get that. If there's a house that's in a flood zone, don't always let that startle you, right? A lot of houses are in flood zones that may never flood, right? But you want to find out where your house is in relativity to the other,
In relation.
in relation to the other houses in the neighborhood, right? So it's the elevation to see how your house sits. If it's high and you send the elevation certificate to them and you're like, my house sits up high, your flood quote's going to be low because your house is not going to flood. All the neighbors will. They'll all be coming to your house, right? So that's something to be thinking about, right? Because don't let that startle you. A lot of times there's houses that are in flood zones that never even flood, and they've lived there since 1986. And you hear those stories. So
That's what the deal was with my parents' house. They lived right on the coast, and they lived there for 45 years. House never flooded.
yeah, it's just where your house is sitting. So elevation certificate, that's why you deal with a realtor like Patrick that knows about this stuff. He just doesn't, turn his nose up and go, oh, no, we don't want to do that. Well, you may find an awesome house that's never flooded and probably never will flood, and you get a steal because everybody's scared of something they're not familiar with. So
That's why you put it on me. I'll make you more familiar.
that's
with
right.
everything.
Yep. Call with any questions. You can call me for the mortgage, 713-725-9297.
Call me for real estate at 713-628-0307.
Almost forgot your number, didn't you?
I almost did.
Have a good day.
Take care.